Life transformation, the phoenix, Kalachakra, and the path to new beginnings. Chapter 1, the Phoenix of Persephone. In the dusty chronicles of Greek myth, there is the tale of the phoenix, the majestic bird that burned to ashes and rose again, its feathers a blaze of amber and gold. The story whispers that the cycle of rebirth is not just myth, but a principle that the Greeks felt lived in their daily triumphs. Imagine the phoenix perched on a torchlit altar, a symbol of the gods' blessing, and yet when night fell it crumbles and ignites its own end to begin anew. The lesson that humankind takes from that ember is the deliberate act of renewal. In life and business, an error might seem to annihilate hope, but it is an invitation to purge the old, learn from the burn, and re-engage with fervor. Consider a failed product launch. Rather than mourn it, treat it as the phoenix's ashes. What was lost reveals what must be rebuilt. To apply this today, pick one small project that didn't succeed. Write down the 2 biggest lessons, discard the toxic part of the process, and sketch a new version of the project, this time incorporating those insights. The next time you feel stuck, think of Phoenix Fire. Let the failure fuel the next spark. Conclusion. Transformation demands we accept the death of old selves so that we may be reborn with a clearer purpose. The phoenix reminds us that fire is both destructive and generative. Like, share, and subscribe for more wisdom. Reflective question. When have you experienced a burn that was necessary for your growth, and what did you learn from it? Chapter 2. The Sufi al-Letter-125 a Macron s Ember of Desire. In the deserts of ancient Alexandria, a Sufi scholar named al-Letter-125 a Macron once confessed that his yearning for truth was like a small ember, patiently coaxed by patience. He said, "We must keep the ember burning until it becomes a star." The image of a persistent ember under the snow of winter reflects the Greek concept of arete, excellence achieved through continual refinement. In modern terms, this ember is the personal drive we nurture through habit and vision. When obstacles block our path, the ember's steady glow reminds us to stay consistent, even if progress appears slow. Apply it by choosing one habit that fuels your purpose, writing daily, exercising, or meditating. Set a small, sustainable target. Then document a daily log of how small actions, like the ember, accumulate into substantial change over time. Conclusion. Consistency, like a hidden ember, is the quiet engine of transformation. Like, share, and subscribe to keep the ember alive. Reflective question. What small, daily habit can you keep burning daily to ignite larger changes in your life? Chapter 3, Kalachakra, the Wheel of Time. Hindu scriptures describe Kalachakra, the Wheel of Time, a cyclical metaphor that mirrors the eternal dance of creation and dissolution. It teaches that every moment is an opportunity for a new beginning, just as the cosmos spins and renews, our lives do too. Think of the calendar. A new year is a new wheel turning. For entrepreneurs, this principle cautions against clinging to stale tactics. It advocates embracing change, knowing that every set of strategies has a lifespan. Take a current business tactic that no longer performs. Instead of stubbornly holding on, schedule a dedicated retirement meeting. Celebrate its contributions, discard the old practice, and commit to a new approach that reflects present circumstances. Conclusion. Kalachakra reminds us that transformation is cyclic, not linear. By honoring the natural rhythm, we allow ourselves to be reborn rather than stagnated. Like, share, and subscribe for more cyclical insights. Reflective question. How can you design a personal rhythm that aligns with your goals, allowing cyclic renewal? Chapter 4, the Indian Emperor's Path to Rebirth. In the annals of Indian history, the Emperor Ashoka was forced to abandon war, burn his empire's steel, and seek a path of compassion. His reversal is a living testament that the greatest transformations occur not in momentary miracles, but in conscious, purposeful surrender to the fire of change. Ashoka's epiphany, "I see no glory in the smoke of my weapons, I see the light of compassion," provides a direct blueprint for personal renewal. When you hold an emotional baggage, you are the ashes that block your future. Practice by identifying an emotional weight causing you distress. Write a letter to the person or circumstance you feel guilty towards, but do not send it. Instead, Set the paper on fire in a safe fire pit while saying, "I release this burden." The physical act of burning is symbolic of your release and the starting of new life. Conclusion. Ashoka's transformation shows that to truly rise, we must let go of our destructive past with deliberate intention. Like, share, and subscribe for this story of surrender. Reflective question. What emotional or mental weapon are you ready to burn in order to build a compassionate future? Chapter 5, the Stoic Phoenix Reframe. Now let's fuse the Phoenix, Kalachakra, and Ashoka's surrender with Stoic resilience. Marcus Aurelius, who gazed upon the chaos of a war-scarred empire, wrote, "When you have the choice to either endure or fight, let your mind choose serenity over outrage." It was not the fire that burned, but the mindset that determined the phoenix's rise. In today's fast-paced world, setbacks often trigger a spiral of self-devaluation. Stoicism trains us to view failure as a useful thing that prepares us for better outcomes. We are encouraged to rehearse what will happen, imagining failure as a scenario to brace for, so that we can react calmly when it occurs. A concrete way to use Stoic perspective is to practice the negative visualization. Each night, briefly imagine losing your job, losing a relationship, or having a project fail. Notice how, rather than spiraling into despair, you understand the impermanence of all things. This mindfulness trains you to react with calm, resourceful action when reality mirrors that scenario. Conclusion. The phoenix's rebirth, the wheel's relentless turning, and Ashoka's heartfelt surrender all become actionable principles when viewed through the lens of Stoic clarity. Like, share, and subscribe to learn more Stoic tools for transformation. Reflective question. When faced with a crisis, how often do you choose serenity over a reactive emotional reaction? Philosophy Spotlight, Stoicism. Stoicism, founded in ancient Greece and shaped by philosophers such as Zeno of Citium, Seneca, Epictetus, and the Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius, is a practical philosophy about how to live intentionally and with resilience. It emphasizes that we cannot control external events, but we can control how we respond to them. Key concepts in simple terms. Discipline of the mind. Separate what you can influence from what you cannot, and focus your energy on the former. Emotional mastery. View emotions as reactions that can be examined, not as commands to obey. Clarity of purpose. Set internal goals that align with nature's rational order, not with fleeting external praise. Historical anchor, Marcus Aurelius. The emperor was a ruler who faced plague, war, and betrayal. He kept a journal, known as the Meditations, where he wrote about facing adversity with calm, reminding us that personal greatness comes from internal discipline, not external validation. Lessons for modern success. 1. View failure as useful. When you stumble, treat it as data to refine strategies. Instead of fearing loss, ask, "What does this outcome teach me?" 2. Practice negative visualization. Anticipate setbacks in advance to reduce shock and cultivate proactive behavior. 3. Align actions with virtue. Define personal virtues, courage, wisdom, temperance, and let them guide day-to-day decisions, ensuring your actions remain purposeful and grounded. Connection to life transformation. Stoicism is not a passive acceptance. It is a dynamic response system that fuels rebirth. By mastering the mind, one creates an internal furnace ready for every fire life throws. The phoenix's ascent depends not only on the flames, but on the bird's intentional flight toward the horizon.